Well, hey there. Welcome to day 2337 of What You Up To Now. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Originally started doing this segment to document my journey. I was challenged by several of my coaches to keep track of what I was doing. And since I have vision challenges, which I'm really experiencing right now, again, something new, always something new and exciting to deal with. Uh, I decided I would do it. I'd hop on. I was scared to do video, but I did it anyway. And that's a story in and of itself. But started to do a daily video log of what's working, what's not, what I was working on, not who I'm working with, because that's usually confidential. I sign a lot of confidentiality agreements. I was thinking about that today as I was doing the Supersize Your Business video. I signed literally thousands of them in my career. And that means there's a lot of things I want to talk about, but I can only talk about the lessons learned, not the players' names and actual results, because it's nobody's business. And that's part of why we have confidentiality agreements in business. So today we're talking about influencer marketing strategies in tourism and how you can apply them to whatever business or industry you're in. I think a lot of people forget that just because nobody's done it in your industry doesn't mean it's a bad idea. It's usually an awesome idea and will work really, really well in your industry. I've seen strategies be implemented from industry to industry that have actually changed entire industries, because once somebody introduces it, everybody else, when they see the success it's having, immediately copy it. It's why we're always looking for new strategies and new techniques and new ways of doing things and process improvements in order to stay competitive in just about every industry there is on the planet. There are very few industries that have no competition. People will say that, but it's absolutely positively not true, because everything is always competing for our limited resources, right? Very few of us have absolutely positively unlimited resources and can do whatever we want, whenever we want, wherever we want, wearing whatever we want, with whomever we want, anytime we want, right? So that means that everything ultimately competes with everything else, whether you believe it or not. There are links, and we all set our own priorities and our own ideas of what's important for us at any given time, as does everybody else on the planet. So I digress. Today we're working on relationships and relationship growth for this year's Let's Grow annual challenge. And we're starting the growing process tomorrow. So today we want to think about what relationship are we going to apply the growing process to beginning tomorrow, because we will apply the first step tomorrow. So we have to decide today what we're going to do. And today we talked about 3 more topics and with respect to relationship growth: open-mindedness, commitment, and effort. All very important components of and have a huge impact on a relationship. And we shared Todd's story and guide too. And I asked for names that people want me to use in stories. We're not even halfway through the year, and I already find myself wanting to reuse names that I've already used. So in order to not do that, because I want the whole point of that exercise and guide too is to give an example, and I want to have different names than I think of all the time, right? It's like I remember naming my kids. It was a struggle for me, because my son was easy, but my daughter went to the hospital, delivered a baby, and still had no name. Well, that was back when they made you have a name to fill out the birth certificate as well as Social Security card before they would discharge you from the hospital. And my insurance back then only paid for 1 day, 24 hours after having a baby. You had to get the heck out. And so I had to quick come up with a name. But that is just a demonstration that names are not that easy for me to come up with. So I'd love some advice on names that you'd like to see in that. If I already used it, I probably won't use it again, but I like to get different name ideas from people. I mentioned briefly struggling with one of my eyes. I went to the eye doctor again yesterday, and we'll go again next week. It is getting better. They still don't know what it is or what caused it, etc., but it seems to be getting better. So that's a good thing. Less headaches, but I'm still on couch potato doctor's orders for the next week or 2, which is super duper frustrating for me, because I'm not that much of a couch potato. So if anyone has any ideas for couch potato activities, I would love to hear that too. All right, that's all I've got today. My mom is flying home, and I call it home because this is where we're from, Wisconsin. She's flying to Wisconsin from her Texas home to spend a few months with us, and she's had a super tough year. So I am getting ready to go to the airport with my younger sister, or sisters to go pick her up. And we're so excited to have her for the month. She's going to be so excited to see her great grandbabies and how much they've changed. So it should be a very fun summer. But I'm here. If I can help you in any way, hit me up and ask. I always say ask. You can message right below this video if you happen to be watching it on Facebook. Otherwise, you can search me out and find me, or Pajama Grandma, GRAMMA @gmail.com is my Voxer handle. Voxer is an incredible walkie-talkie app that I love, and it's my fastest, easiest way to communicate with people. So if you got a question that's just been bugging you and you don't know who to ask, I might not be able to solve it or answer it for you. Chances are you know the answer yourself already, but I will be able to point you in the right direction or hook you up with somebody that is the resource that you need right now. All right, have an awesome day, and I'll, of course, be with you tomorrow.